So this week I'm playing Historic again. I'm playing Mono White Auras. It's quite a fast deck and fairly simple to use. Basically all you have to do is load up Spirit Dancer or Sram with enchantments, as these will cause you to draw more cards, more enchantments, and deal a lot of damage quickly. There are also cards to protect your Spirit Dancer and Sram, such as Selfless Savior, who you can sack to give Indestructible. Blessing, you can give Hexproof and Indestructibility to a creature who has an attachment attached, and also Alseid to give protection from any color. Apart from that, we have a lot of cheap enchantments that give power up or additional creatures or additional status, such as First Strike, Vigilance. All that glitter is usually a good finisher, as it pumps up the creature quite a lot. And then you also have some more removal evasion, card draw and evasion, sorry. Helios Punishment is the removal, while it also triggers the Spirit Dancer and Sram, as well as the +1/+1 for the All Dead Glitters. And Hushbringer helps in matchups such as Goblins mostly, as the abilities don't trigger. And then obviously, since we have such a low curve, we have Lurrus as our companion, and also helps us to cast cards from the graveyard, maybe getting our Spirit Dancers back or Sram, as well as enchantments that don't have escape, such as Sentinel's Eyes, as it can be escaped on its own. But anyway, let's go to the matches now. So I'm going to mulligan this hand. We don't have either the Spirit Dancer or Sram, and only one land. Okay, this is much better. So I'm actually going to put back a Spirit Dancer, since we have 3, and if I get 2 online, even playing the Helios Punishment should get us some cards in hand. We'll see what the opponent does. They might be making a difficult choice here, but my hand was pretty much straightforward. Keep. We got a replacement for the Spirit Dancer we put back. I hope the opponent plays something to have a target for the Helios Punishment. So I'll play the All Dead Glitters, start getting in some damage. Now like this, I also have protection for my Spirit Dancer, as I can sack the Alseid and give it protection from any color of my choice. Most probably it's not going to be white, as that will knock off all enchantments attached to the creature. Selfless Savior is a good card as well. So I'm going to attack first, see if my opponent has anything, and then most probably I'll play another Spirit Dancer. That was an unexpected card. So I'll go ahead and play the Spirit Dancer and see what comes next. Unfortunately, I don't think protection from black will save the Spirit Dancer. It would have been better to play the Selfless Savior in this case. I'll just try it anyway. It's not gonna work, but anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and play SRAM and Selfless Savior. I'm not gonna play the Helios Punishment yet because they still can't attack, but next turn I will. I might also put Lurus in my hand. So I start by playing Helios Punishment, see if I can draw a land for my Lurus. Then go ahead and attack. Apparently not. Another board wipe from my opponent. So now I have to get Lurus in my hand and then start playing creature cards from my graveyard. Looks like my opponent has no cards in hand, just one now. So I'm going to go ahead. So I think I'm going to get Selfless Savior maybe, give Indestructible. In case I need to. And next turn I'll get the Spirit Dancer or SRAM, Helios Punishment, the Llanowar Elves. Okay, so they might be getting another board wipe here. Or not. I'll go ahead and play the land. So I'm thinking of ways to protect my Lurus, since if they get one of the board wipes, I lose my ability to get back creatures. But like this, if they get the suit, I can give indestructible with Selfless Savior or with my blessing, and also if they get the languish, -4/-4 won't kill it. So I'm going to go ahead and check Nissa with both, get her off the battlefield. I don't mind the opponent blocking like this. If they decide to get another land as a creature, I can Highness Punishment it as well. But the most important thing is that I'm protecting my Lurus at this point. So I'll do this again, kill the Nissa, and then go for my opponent's life, and we get it to 0, because now it should be over in around 2 turns. And like this I have multiple ways to protect my Lurus from anything the opponent might have. So if I play the Spirit Dancer, start getting some card draw going next turn. And the opponent scoops it up. So I'm going first. I'll be keeping this hand. We should draw some enchantments eventually and get our core Spirit Dancer going, and apart from that I have multiple ways of protecting it, so definitely keep. Lead with the Selfless Savior, as it doesn't need any mana to protect the Spirit Dancer. It looks like we might be playing against Goblins or Burn, so Selfless Savior is actually better here. My opponent might be holding shock, so yeah. I'll go ahead and sack the Savior. I hope they don't have another shock or more removal, because as of next turn I can start getting the Sentinel, the Spirit Dancer out of harm's way. So I'll start by drawing. Hopefully get a land so I can play Sentinel's Eyes. Okay, so at this point I think we should be good. because we have multiple ways of protecting the Spirit Dancer. It can block as well and also have a high amount of toughness to survive any burn they have. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Savior and keep up Blessing just in case, but then next turn we should deal them a good amount of damage with the other Sentinel's Eyes, and maybe we draw on All That Glitters or use the Blessing for the final push. So all I need is technically another 1 mana enchantment. Okay, there it is, so good game. Because now I'll attack and give the Blessing to the Spirit Dancer, which will result in exactly 13 damage. And good game. So I won't be keeping this hand. We have neither Sram nor the Spirit Dancer, and I'll be going first, so I would like to have one of them in my starting hand. Again, none of them. I think I'm going to go down to 5 actually. Finally we have one of them, so I'm gonna keep, put away a land and one All That Glitters. This way I'll have an enchantment for my Sram, and there's a way to protect it as well from the Blessing. And this is even better because I get to draw multiple times if I need to. And I can play the Cartouche first, so in case I don't draw a land I can keep the Blessing up and protect it. Next turn I might lead with the Angelic Gift, so I can draw multiple cards, hoping to hit that land. So let's lead with Sentinel's Eyes instead. Have Vigilance on Sram. I'm going to play the Cartouche on the token, so this way we have multiple threats in case they kill one of them, and add another to the board. And if all goes well, next turn we should win the game by playing the All That Glitters and the Blessing. So this is what I was talking about. Obviously I'm going to keep Sram. I'm not sure if I want to play the All That Glitters, since then I have no way of protecting it, even though Angelic Gift doesn't guarantee that I find protection, but drawing multiple cards might help with that. So I'll go ahead and do this, have another threat on the board, and make sure that next turn they're actually dead on board. And if they manage to kill my Sram, I have the Spirit Dancer and start building that up with the other enchantments I have in my hand. So here we go again. I play multiple 1 mana enchantments. This way I have multiple threats on the board with the 1/1 tokens. In this case I play the Selfless Savior to protect the Sram, should they have anything again. And this way I also have multiple enchantments for the Spirit Dancer once again, should they manage to pull off anything. Okay, so had I attached more enchantments to Sram, it would have survived. But now we'll try this with the Spirit Dancer. I'm hoping to find a blessing so I can protect it in multiple ways. There it is. So as you can see, the deck builds up again real fast, and this way I have a way to protect my core Spirit Dancer. Obviously I'm going to Heliod's Punishment, the Fae of Wishes, so they don't have any blockers, and my opponent should scoop it up in the moment. And there it is. So my opponent will be going first. I have Sram and multiple enchantments in hand, so I'm gonna keep it. Would have preferably had a 1-drop as well to protect the Sram, but we'll see how this goes. I can also attach Angelic Gift first to draw more cards, triggering the Sram as well itself. Now we'll see how this goes. It might have been correct to wait a turn there, just in case the opponent had Sensor, as it would have countered the Sram. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Angelic Gift, hopefully find a Spirit Dancer or a 1-mana enchantment. Unfortunately we found neither, but I'll go ahead and attack, and next turn play the All Dead Glitters to start dealing out more damage. Yeah, so it looks like the Neoform combo. I'll just let the opponent go off. Basically they win here. They keep copying Neoform, and then finally get a creature that gives haste. Obviously at this point they're getting the Glasspool Mimic to keep copying the original Mage, and obviously there it is. So this is an ideal hand We have turn 1 Alseid, turn 2 Core Spirit Dancer, as well as an enchantment removal for our opponent's creature and card draw for us. Also, I'll say this protection for the Spirit Dancer, so it's a definite keep. I'll go ahead and attack, no point of losing 1 damage. So in this case, all that glitters on the Spirit Dancer. If the opponent tries to bounce it or something, we can give protection from blue with Alseid, and we'll keep the mana up even though we don't have any more 1 mana enchantments. So for the time being, I'm going to keep my SRAM back in my hand, as if the opponent plays some kind of board wipe, I won't have anything else to start getting my card draw going again. But now like this should be game over. I'll protect the Spirit Dancer with Alseid, unless obviously the removal is white, in which case I can still protect it, but it will knock off all enchantments. Okay, so settle instead. I'll thin out my deck, play Hushbringer to still have some presence on the board. My mistake there was actually attacking with all creatures. I should have just attacked with 1. The Spirit Dancer would have been lethal, so that's my mistake. So I'm going to play this round first here. All that glitters on the Hushbringer to draw some cards. I might actually go ahead and get Lurus in hand, since I have nothing else to play. So next time I can Heliod's Punishment, in this case the Cherix. If I get another 1 mana enchantment, it should be lethal, but like this it's lethal as well, so I'll go ahead and attack. Give +2/+2 and that's game. At least I wasn't severely punished for my error back there, where I attacked with everything until settled the wreckage. But as you can see, the deck can build up again fairly quickly, and I've been really impressed with it, even though it's a kind of a budget deck. But I hit Mythic with it, and it seems to still be doing pretty good for me. So I hope you all try it out and it works out well for you as well. See you next week in the meantime. Bye.